Hey guys, it's me, Jenny, and I'm here with this month's addition to your self-love journey. This month, we're going to be talking about shedding of illusions. Now, it's been exactly a year since we started this group, and we have really cycled through and moved through so many different levels of ourselves along the way. And it kind of is finally coming to an end. I think we have 2 more videos and 2 more chapters after this month. But where we're at now, if you have followed along and you've been doing the work and you move through the inner shadow work and you learn how to use your intuition and lean in on experience and wisdom, we are now at a point in our journey where we are shedding the illusions that we created for ourselves or our world and environment around us created. We're shedding the illusions and seeing the truth behind matters. I wanted to start with the ego. So we did talk about shedding of the ego a few months back, where we put on a mask and we put on the image and the facade of what we feel the world expects from us or what they think we are, and we would play that character. Well, we have shed that, or hopefully we have. Many of us have, and if you haven't, you're still working on it, keep going. It's a lot of inner shadow work to achieve that, but it can happen and it will happen for you. But when you shed the ego, I'm going to go back and recap. Removal of ego, it allows us to accept new information and ideas which perhaps we would have avoided when wearing a mask. This changes perception. So then I moved into perception. What is perception? Perception is the process of making sense of sensory information from the environment. It involves identifying, organizing, interpreting sensory stimuli to understand the world better around us. So now we have illusion. What is an illusion? Illusion, or shedding of illusion, is a phrase that can refer to the process of letting go of false beliefs or ego, or to the idea of seeing reality more clearly. It can also refer to a book and a yoga practice as well. So there are classes or practices within yoga that can help you better illusions. So you have this natural ability now to listen to your intuition. When you listen to your intuition, it's this instant knowing or understanding of something to be true or not, or to understand information like immediately without having to give it any thought. You have that ability, but you also have the ability of discernment and processing information at a different level or a higher perspective. Because when you took that ego mask off, it allowed you to open yourself up to accepting information that perhaps you never would have entertained with the ego mask on. So since you have taken the mask off, you're now pulling in information and allowing it in and allowing yourself to be unbiased, to listen and take in information with an open mind. You're not denying the existence of certain information, but you're not also saying this has to be 100% true. So we have this ability now. Our perception is higher. Our perception is more clear. We are more open-minded. And with that and our intuition together, we're able to immediately recognize when something in our energy, our world, our environment, with the people that we talk to, with the events happening, whether or not it's an illusion. We can see through the illusions. We can see past them. We understand when something doesn't make sense. It doesn't sit with us because we can feel the shift of the energy now. We listen to our bodies. we understand, and we move with that. So there's a lot going on right now at this time in our world where illusions are being cast in every direction, to a point to where we will sit there and we will wonder and question and start picking apart and analyzing events even happening in our world, if it's staged, if it's smoke and mirrors, if it's a cover-up for something. We begin to start looking at ourselves as if we're conspiracy theorists. But the truth is that we are at a point where we just want clarity. We want truth. We don't want to be fooled anymore, not just by the ones that we are close to, but also by our society and the ones that take care of us and that lead us and that are in charge of running our business, our corporations, our states, our countries, our world. Like, there's so many levels to this of where there could be illusions being cast. And one good example that I know is a sensitive topic for people is the fires happening in California. There's been so much misinformation spread around the internet. There's been pictures of fires, and then there's been pictures of people photoshopping and putting out over dramatizations of certain places being on fire. Yes, there were fires, but because someone and people decided to put out information that was embellishing, now you have a whole collective of people wondering if they even happened. So then you have, like, because people don't know anymore, with the enhancements of Photoshop and AI and the ability to make things appear so real virtually, it's so hard to discern these days what's real and what's not real. So then we start saying, okay, maybe it's not real, maybe it didn't happen. Let's just pretend for a second like there's not people out there saying, no, I live here and it happened. Say we looked at it and we said this didn't happen, but then we start second guessing ourselves and saying, what if they don't want us to think it happened? And then we start getting into this horrible cycle of trying to convince ourselves one way or the other, and trying to figure it out, and looking through all the fine details and over analyzing situations. This is just the example, to find out whether or not this is true. Why are we at this point in our society, is my question, where we have to question everything? Why is it that we don't trust anyone, and that the world around us seems to always be putting out illusions and trying to make something appear that it's not? That when something actually happens that's of importance, many people will sit back and deny that it's happening because they've been tricked so many times. That's a very scary place, in my opinion, for our world to be in right now, is the lack of trust, because the sources that we're getting our information from are so unreliable and have fabricated so much. So we're at that point. And the best I can tell you moving forward is, because you've done so much work and you're so strong with your gut intuition and you have such good discernment now, is that you will innately feel right from the beginning of anything that's being presented to you, you're going to, right in this part of your body, you're going to feel it. It's going to be this gut instinct. You're just going to know. And I ask you that, well, we should always do diligence and make sure that we cross our T's and dot our I's, that usually our first feeling is the correct feeling. And if you're feeling that something is off and something doesn't stack up and you just feel it, you can't explain it, you don't know why you feel this way, that is your higher self, your inner voice, your divine guidance, your intuition, your ability, your third eye telling you it's not right. There's something off with this. You're seeing through the illusion. You can see through things now. I feel like that's probably one of my biggest challenges, is that, well, I have the intuition and I can see through illusions and I can feel it with my body and I know what that feeling is. I am a wisdom seeker, a truth seeker. I love information. I love to research. I love facts. I love knowledge. So a lot of times I will take information in my life that I already know deep down, this is what it is. I feel it, I know it, this is what I know. And then I will still continue to dive in and research and try to understand it better. And I don't know yet if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because I'm still learning too. I'm still growing. I'm still on my self-love journey and learning myself and working through my shadows every day. I'm dealing with something new and facing it head on. But I'm such a wisdom seeker that sometimes it pulls me off and distracts me from doing what I know I should do and going with my gut, because I'd rather like have the information in front of me than go with my gut feeling. But I'm learning day after day. My gut hasn't lied to me yet. It always leads me in the right direction. It always tells me what's true and what's not true. So that is your message for this month's self-love journey. I'm going to try to post a little bit more on here in regards to this topic. It's interesting. There's a lot to pull from this month on this topic in regards to illusion, because like I said, it's all around us.